What's going on, my YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Omar Pineda. I'm your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and we're back in Jarrell, Texas. We're looking at the builder Brightland Homes, and the community is called Hunter's Glen. And this home right here, this end unit, is the one up for sale. It's currently still available if you're still looking for a home that's 5 beds and 3 baths. That's in the low 300s. Now, one thing about Brightland Homes that really sticks out to me compared to the other builders I'm seeing in the area is that their workmanship and quality you immediately notice when you walk in. What I like to do with my clients if they're looking for a brand new home in Jarrell, is I like to show them what homes that they offer on the other side of I-35. So Lennar, Centex, LGI, those homes, and then show them a Brightland home because you'll notice the quality almost immediately. So one thing about Brightland Homes, I see it as a home that's going to be better when it comes to home appreciation. And I know I've looked at some of the homes on the other side, and some things that Brightland offers, like the gutters and the brick on either the front side or all 3 sides of the house, is something that you can build here, which is something you're going to want because in Jarrell you do get a lot of heavy winds and monsoon rain. Now, hang on, before we I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Check this out. I'm really trying to figure out a way that I can incorporate, because I would love to have like the floor plan on the corner somewhere while you're playing the video in the background. That way you can kind of really see, because I know I need to see this in 2D first before we do a home tour. So just really quick, this is a 1-story plan, and you'll notice that you have the owner's suite towards the back. It's a very large owner suite, and then you have the 2 bedrooms on the one side, and on the opposite side you have the other 2 bedrooms. But notice how the very front bedroom can be turned into an office. It's a flex space if you're building this home from the ground up. But because this builder already built his home, he went ahead and chose the extra bedroom option. So you're looking at 5 beds, 3 baths. And when you are looking to build, it doesn't have it on here, but here you can kind of see from the floor plan that these are just all the options. These are all the images are the options that the builder does offer. Okay, so now you have like a general idea of what it looks like in the 2D. Let's go back to the 3D. Okay, let me know how much you guys like that. I might start incorporating that in my videos if you guys like to see the floor plan first and then walk through the home to give you a better visual idea. Now hang on a second. Did I see that? Okay. Now it's just on the front side. One thing I was looking for is like if they have brick on all 3 sides or not, and I just saw on the front, so just on the front side. Could you build that? Yes, the model home here at this community, they have brick on all 4 sides, so you can see what that would look like. But it is going to cost more money if you want all brick. So again, this floor plan starts in the low 300s at $329, and this one currently is for sale, and it's being offered at $349,990. But we can negotiate, so hit me up. I can get you an amazing deal once I show you the numbers. This is a Kimball floor plan. Again, 5 beds, 3 baths, 1,977 square feet. Now you could see, I mean you can't see, but I can. They actually built this home a little bit bigger than what their proposed floor plan is on their website. So it's just the way it works out sometimes with the way that the lot is developed. Now peep the stove. Okay, this is all electric community. I know for my buyers who are very, very sensitive, if it's natural gas or electric, take a note of that. I would even say that a lot of the new build communities I'm seeing in Jarrell are all offering electric. There's only a handful that's offering natural gas in terms of new construction. If you're looking at resale, that's a whole different ballgame. Again, we're looking at 5 beds, 3 baths, 2-car garage. This is a 1-story. All the 2 stories in this community sell out like crazy. So if the 2 story is what you're looking for and you love this builder, then hit me up. So cause I think they have some plans already approved by the city, and they're just waiting. Just playing the waiting game. But I can see where that's at in the pipeline if you reach out to me, and we can either through text or calling me. But a discovery call is always best if you have a few more questions for follow-up. So right now we're standing in the back with the owner suite, the master bedroom, whatever you want to call it. Here's a nice little, just extra little, I would say, sitting area, right? What would you do in this little space? I see it as a nice little seating area for the master bedroom. Now here is, again, see that seat for the shower? That's a little extra that the builder offers. that would you that's usually considered an upgrade. A nice linen closet with a door, dual sinks. Nice, just one walk-in closet. Again, I think this community, Hunter's Glen, would be great if you are already living in Jarrell and maybe you're not so happy with the quality or the workmanship of the build that you bought, and you've been living in it for a few years, and maybe it's possible to rent it out now. Who knows? But the point I'm trying to make is that we can run the numbers and see what it would look like. Because right now, this builder, Brightland Homes, is offering some very competitive financial incentives that you could use to help with that interest rate, help pay for some closing costs. So so we can see if the numbers can work. Because I know Brightland Homes, when I'm looking at the other builders in the immediate area, Brightland Homes definitely, I would say, one of the top builders when it comes to what their minimum standards are when it comes to their quality and workmanship. Now, they're not going to be the cheapest that you'll find. I don't think we'll be able to get a Brightland home with Lennar prices, but if I can show you that just for paying a little bit more, you can get a lot better home, then, and we can cover all that in greater detail during the virtual consultation, then I think you'll see where I'm coming from. Because hands down, if it was between Brightland Home and the other builders I'm seeing in Jarrell, Brightland all day. Brightland Homes all day. And you could see it once you walk in. And not enough people know about this. That's the crazy thing. This one's been sitting on the market, I think, for over 100 days. Right? Hunter's Glen, Jarrell, Texas, Brightland Homes. Not enough people know about it. They have a very competitive tax rate. I would say even more competitive than the homes on the other side of I-35, right? I think I've seen 2.3, 2.5, and north of that. Here we're at a 2.06%. You're going to feel that in the years to come, especially once home values start to increase back up again. Right now we're in a buyer's market, so everything's kind of going down, but things will eventually go back up as these cycles tend to do that. Okay, the HOA is $30. That's very, very cheap because there's no amenity center yet. And they definitely have plans to build one, but there's not done yet. So they're charging you almost next to nothing for the HOA. And I know we can negotiate even getting maybe that HOA waived for the first year. So there's a couple of things I have in my little toolbox that we could use to negotiate so we can maximize your incentives and get you an amazing deal and a brand new home. You cannot beat that. Brand new home, warranty, all the freebies you can think of, I can get you, and even a little bit more because I do this day in, day out. I specialize in new construction, and I keep a pulse on all these financial incentives that these builders are throwing at the buyers. Okay, future amenity center, you're going to kind of see what that looks like, or I'll point that out in the drone shot towards the end of this video. And again, this whole community is all electric. If you stay a little bit towards the end of the video, I will show you on Google Maps my little special customized map where so you can see exactly where this community lies, and then I could talk to you a little bit more about the surrounding area because there are some exciting things happening in Jarrell, Texas. I would say Jarrell, Texas is one of those markets that's emerging. There's not so much to do here yet, but it's coming. The people have to come first before the city can actually go out and say like, hey Costco, hey Target, hey all these big box stores, come over here. First they have to build the houses so the people can be there, and then they can start inviting some of these big box stores in. And that's all going to happen. Is it there now? No, but you just have to drive 15-20 minutes south to Georgetown to be able to get all that, right? You can do the Costco, you can go to Georgetown Square if you're looking for things to do on the weekend. I mean, there is some things to do here, but not quite. I wouldn't compare it to Georgetown or Round Rock, right? Because Jarrell is still emerging in that sense. It's still emerging, and there is not really a decent main street or downtown little square area that I've seen, at least, right? So you would have to kind of leave the city, unfortunately, if that's something you were looking to go do. But if you're looking for a quiet, peaceful way of living, you don't really care about being so close to the action, then this community would be perfect because it's very quiet. You could see, we'll see with the drone shot, there's not a lot of construction happening. They're only building like 1 or 2 houses at a time because, again, not enough people know about this place, which is why they're being extra. They're being very nice when it comes to negotiating. There's a lot of room to negotiate. Ultimately, is what I'm saying. Now you can see here in this drone shot, there's so many future plots available. So if you're looking for a corner lot, or maybe you're looking for a lot that you don't have any back neighbors, you can still find that here. And it's only 2 builders, Brightland Homes and I think Castle Rock is here. So you'll see. And in my opinion, I like Brightland Homes just a little bit better in terms of quality and workmanship. And yeah, so not too far from this community is Double Creek Elementary School. So that's nice if you have children in that range. And there's a new master plan community that's been proposed and it's in the works. You kind of see some of the dirt being moved over there. I'll show you here in a second at the end of this video. But you can see here, look, there's not, this is all like used to be farmland, all flat. There's now a bunch of hills here. There's not a bunch of trees here either. So that's something, again, I think that's what the drone shot is, the money shot. So you can see that for yourself. If you're looking for hills, if you're looking for green belts, green spaces, that's more Georgetown. You're not going to really find that here in Jarrell. But if you're looking for affordable houses, you're looking just to get your foot in the door, just get in the game, because you understand that real estate, especially if you're buying a home that's in the high 200s, low 300s, and you can sacrifice now so you can get the home of your dreams later, then this area, this community, I think is a great fit. And this is a great builder offering some very, very competitive incentives. I mean, we're talking about flex cash that will help buy down the interest rate a few points, pay for some closing costs. I mean, this is a buyer's market where you can ask for a lot of fun things to make it worth their while, and for Brightland Homes to earn your business. They will earn your business. Trust me. Trust me. I know the incentives and the builders on the other side, and I know how much we can ask for, where it makes sense. Now, again, this home is priced at $349,990. There is room to negotiate, but if you're looking to build this floor plan from the ground up, then it starts at $329,990. Again, okay, so the low 300s. Low 300s is what we're looking at. Now, let me just stop playing that here, and let me show you a little bit of things that I'm looking at in the map. So again, here we have Jarrell, Texas. All these little orange icons are builders that are building, right? These are all new constructions. You have D.R. Horton, you have KB Homes, you have Century Communities, Starlight Homes, Century Communities again, Castle Rock Communities. Again, these are all builders. And Lennar's huge. Lennar's actually probably dominating the most out here. If you're looking for a home just to get just an affordable home, Lennar's can probably be your best bet. But here is Hunter's Glen. Here's Brightland Homes, and the other builder is Castle Rock. Okay, so you have Castle Rock and Brightland Homes here, but I like Brightland just a little bit better. You can see they're kind of off by themselves. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to be in the mix, you want to be next to a bunch of families, then you can see how closely knitted these builders are. These are Sunterra, East of Sunterra, those are the names of the communities. Huge, and they already have their amenity centers up and running. So if that's something you want, then you can find that here. But if you're looking for, maybe you're willing to wait a little bit because you don't want all that traffic, you can see here it's so underdeveloped still. This whole general area is so underdeveloped. So there's so much room for potential, but for right now it's pretty quiet. You can see that was the elementary school that we saw earlier, and this is it. It's so small, and they haven't been selling only because not enough people know about it. Hunter's Glen by Brightland Homes. That's probably one of the. I mean, Brightland Homes is a big builder out here in Austin, and they are building in Georgetown, in Leander, everywhere, right? And I've been through a lot of their homes, and I like their quality, and I like the workmanship, especially if you're going to compare it to some of the other builders here in this general area. But again, these builders are building a product more for people who are price sensitive and who are just looking to get the foot in the door, right? Because again, $200,000 compared to something in the low $300,000, that's a big price jump. So, but if that's something that we can make work, okay, because is only the difference of a few $100s in your monthly payment, then I urge you, let's schedule a consultation so we can take a look at the numbers together, right? Okay, last thing I'll show you is this big red line. What is that? So this is a huge project, the East Williamson County Road, right? This kind of, I think I have it here. Let me see if we can read it. Here, there we go. Look at that here in a second. But you can see here, it's going to connect, again, this is East Williamson County. It's going to be, you're going to be able to go from Hutto. So here it is, East Williamson County. This is where it's already this is where it started. It just never finished. But now that the bond has been approved, you can see it's going to cut through Hutto. It's going to go north, and it's going to end up in Jarrell. This is multiple segments. This is going to be at least 10 years of construction in the making. But that's, again, an emerging market. That's something to look forward to, right? Because that's eventually going to, once this is all said and done, if you're buying this year or next year into Jarrell, you're going to see that home appreciation in the years to come, right? Because that's going to be awesome, having another way to transport yourself north or south without using I-35. Because I-35 is the only way you could do that right now. And we all know that I-35, that's because it's the only way it can get congested, and that's where you have the traffic hours the most, right? But if you have an alternate, that's gonna be very, very nice for you. So, and again, you can kind of see here visually, right? Hunter's Glen is all by their lone selves, right? And then you just have a lot more on the other side of I-35. So again, something to consider. And this was the it used to be Solana Ranch, but I think it was bought out, and they're planning to do like not just residential houses, but they're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Look at this. No, that's not what I want to show you. I want to show you this one. Here we go. Huge neighborhood possible for Solana Ranch. Long source. The scuttlebutt, the rumor was Disney was going to be like the company Disney itself. Yeah, right here was involved, and they were going to make another like Walt Disney town, like in Florida, and everyone was like, "What?" But that was all hearsay. That's not true. I think that Disney has no affiliation with this community, but they are planning. The intent now, at least, is to build 14,000 more homes. I want to show you this image that I saw, which was a mock-up of the. That's not it. It was a mock-up of what the potential it would look like. Huh. I guess I was another. It was something else. But okay, let's read some of the highlights here. It's going to be over 7,000 acres for a master plan residential community. The McCaw family has owned Solana Ranch for more than half a century. Let's see. I really want you to. Does it state anything where it's going to be? I'll look it up later. I could have sworn I read it earlier, but it's going to be multi-use. So you're thinking multi-use development. So residential, you're going to have probably a mix of commercial and mixed-use development. So you're going to have, it's going to really put Jarrell on the map once that snowball really gets going, right? And that's going to be neighboring this community, Hunter's Glen. Again, these are all positive for future home appreciation. So that's this big old purple blob right here. That's what that's going to be, right? So Jarrell, Texas, emerging market. Hunter's Glen by Brightland Home. I would urge you to consider it, and let's schedule a tour. So that's a good segue to what should you do next. If you're looking to buy in the next 30, 60 days, I'll have all my information linked in the description. Definitely hit me up. If your timeline's a little bit further out, maybe in the next 90 days plus, or maybe next year, let's schedule an online virtual consultation. That way we can figure out what the timeline is, because sometimes there's something in the way, and there's a quick way around it, and you don't know what you don't know, and I don't know what I don't know. That's why I have awesome partners that are in credit repair, in the lending space, in the creative financing space, so we can figure out a solution, maybe an outside the box solution to your situation, right? So I don't work alone. I work with a bunch of smart people, and you'll benefit from that once we get the ball rolling, right? So I'll leave it at that. Again, my name is Omar Pineda. I'm your Austin Realtor with eXp Realty. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.